This man bravely enters a dead city full of monsters to find his deceased lover. The film begins by introducing a painter named James Sunderland. On that day, James nearly crashes into a truck while driving his car. Because of this incident, James accidentally hits the suitcase of a woman named Mary Crane. It turns out that one of Mary's suitcases is damaged after being hit by James, making it impossible to close. Because of the suitcase problem, Mary is forced to miss the bus she had been waiting for. To make up for his mistake, James offers to take Mary back to her hometown called Silent Hill. After that, James pulls over for a moment to look at Silent Hill from a distance.
What's it called?
Silent Hill.
I'm James, by the way.
Mary, you nearly run me down and now you're giving me a hard time.
Sorry. Let me drive you home.
Apparently, the city where Mary grew up is located in a remote area. Not long after, the sky around Silent Hill suddenly turns dark. Mary then explains that this situation is a sign that the Silent Hill storm is about to happen. And it turns out that the Silent Hill storm is a very rare natural phenomenon. The story then shifts to James, who is shown drunk at a bar. It turns out that James meeting Mary and Silent Hill happened in his past. Back to the present, James accidentally spills his drink due to being heavily intoxicated. James is eventually kicked out of the bar because he causes several problems. Shortly afterward, James answers a call from his therapist named M. M feels anxious because she has been trying to contact James for a while, but he never picked up. M finally tells James to get some rest and take better care of his condition because he will soon have a psychology therapy session with her.
Get home, drink some water, get some sleep.
I know.
And come to our appointment tomorrow.
After that, James returns home, where a large painting of Mary made by James can be seen. James then finds a new letter and immediately reads it. In the letter, Mary asks James to return to Silent Hill as soon as possible because she desperately needs his help. James finally leaves with a worried feeling since Mary does not explain what is really happening.
I'm begging you to please come back.
Time passes as James walks through a forest near Silent Hill.
And now they keep telling me to let go.
Upon arriving at Silent Hill's public cemetery, James meets a local resident named Angela. James then takes some time to help Angela arrange sacks.
Grab a bag.
What? Someone I care about, and I need to find her.
You won't.
Afterward, Angela gives James important information. She explains that the ash rain currently covering Silent Hill is caused by forest fires. Not only that, Silent Hill was also hit by flooding, which contaminated the city's clean water supply. Because of these disasters, many residents eventually left Silent Hill. After hearing Angela's explanation, James admits that he came to Silent Hill to look for Mary. For some reason, Angela believes James will not be able to find Mary, so she urges him to cancel his plan and leave Silent Hill immediately. However, James still decides to search for Mary because he is deeply worried about her condition. As James enters Silent Hill, he recalls his past with Mary. At that time, James and Mary were already lovers, and James even planned to move to Silent Hill so he could live with Mary and start a new life. Although Mary is happy to hear James's plan, she feels uneasy because they do not truly know each other yet, and she believes there is a side of herself that might scare James. Back in the present, James is shocked by how Silent Hill looks extremely deserted and partially destroyed.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
This confirms Angela's earlier statement that the city was devastated by disasters, forcing everyone to evacuate. No matter what, James continues searching for Mary and eventually checks an abandoned club. James remembers the past, when Mary introduced him to the locals at that club. It turns out that Mary is well known in Silent Hill because her family founded the town, and many people also feel they were helped by the kindness of Joshua Crane, Mary's father. Returning to the present, James stops searching the club when he hears a resident screaming, and he then discovers the person brutally murdered, as if something attacked them savagely. Not long after that, a horrifying creature appears and begins hunting James. James tries to fight back until the creature eventually flees and hides underground. Shortly afterward, James finds a communication device broadcasting an emergency message. In the message, the authorities urge residents to evacuate immediately. After listening to the broadcast, James rushes to find a safe place as the city suddenly turns dark. Along the way, James manages to avoid many creatures that emerge from their hiding places once the city is engulfed in darkness, as if they only appear when it is dark. James then encounters a swarm of unnaturally large insects that attempt to devour him. Through great effort, James manages to escape without being injured. After that, James hides inside an apartment building that has been abandoned due to the disaster. While examining the location, James recalls his past and realizes that he once lived in one of the apartment units with Mary. Back in the present, James accidentally discovers a collection of cassette tapes inside an empty apartment unit. At that moment, James suddenly experiences a terrifying vision that causes him severe headaches. While enduring the pain, James contacts M to explain his location and condition, but their communication is eventually cut off when James's phone runs out of battery. After that, James enters the apartment unit where he once lived with Mary. The place is filled with insects, though fortunately they do not attempt to attack him. James then discovers the preserved corpse of Joshua Crane, which is badly damaged after being eaten by the insects. Finding Joshua's body reminds James of a strange incident involving Mary. In the past, James once caught Mary secretly meeting with 20 people. Those people quickly ended their activity and left, as if they were hiding something from James.
This man can. I understand completely how you feel.
Here he is, man of the house.
What's going on here?
To clear up the misunderstanding, Mary explained that those people had helped her after Joshua passed away. Not long after that, James was shocked when he first saw Joshua's preserved body. Back in the present, James finds documents indicating that Mary is being treated at a local hospital. Now, James decides to go to the hospital in hopes of finding Mary. As he is about to leave the apartment, James encounters another resident named Eddie. Eddie shows James the injuries he suffered while trying to survive amid the city's disaster. Eddie chose to stay inside the apartment building because the situation outside had become extremely dangerous, and according to him, many residents had died as a result of the catastrophe. After that, James hears the sound of a baby crying in the distance. Together with Eddie, James searches for the source of the sound and eventually finds a young girl named Laura. It turns out that Laura deliberately locked herself inside to protect herself. When James tries to persuade Laura to come out of her hiding place, Eddie angrily scolds the girl for refusing help. Hurt by Eddie's words, Laura runs away. Not long after that, a pyramid-shaped creature appears and slowly approaches them. At the same time, Eddie vents his anger toward James. James had previously insulted Eddie, believing that Eddie was responsible for Laura running away. They eventually manage to escape while the pyramid-shaped creature is blocked by locked metal bars. After that, James accidentally discovers a woman who is believed to be dead. Unexpectedly, the woman suddenly transforms into a creature resembling a spider. Seeing this, James immediately runs away to find a safe hiding place. While hiding, James witnesses the spider-like creature confronting the pyramid-shaped creature. The two monsters then engage in a violent fight until the pyramid-shaped creature ultimately kills the spider-like monster. Not long after, the pyramid-shaped creature breaks into James's hiding place. As it prepares to kill James, both of them suddenly suffer from intense headaches after hearing an emergency alarm sound. Time passes, and James eventually regains consciousness after briefly losing awareness. While exploring the apartment building, James unexpectedly encounters Angela again. Angela firmly tells James that he will not be able to save Mary, and she eventually drives him away because she feels threatened by his presence. After leaving the apartment building, James finds Laura already outside. Laura admits that the doll she's holding was a gift from Mary. When James asks about Mary's condition, Laura immediately runs away because, from a distance, she sees a figure that makes her feel threatened. James chases after Laura in order to get answers about Mary. His pursuit leads him into a labyrinth located in the city park. After losing Laura's trail, James meets a mysterious woman named Maria. During their conversation, James clarifies that he has already broken up with Mary. Even so, James admits that he still cannot move on from her. That is why he rushed to Silent Hill after reading the letter sent to his home. Maria then agrees to help James, and together they manage to avoid several creatures that are hunting for prey.
Why are you helping me?
You're the first normal person I've met in weeks.
This way!
As time goes on, James arrives at the hospital where Mary is being treated. There, James finds an audio recording related to Mary's condition and learns that she is suffering from a severe illness caused by poisoning. After listening to the recording, Maria reveals that Joshua Crane founded a cult in Silent Hill and that the cult even worships Joshua as their god. Maria's confession reminds James of a shocking moment from the past. In the past, James witnessed the cult using Mary as a subject for a ritual. During the ritual, Mary was first forced to drink a substance, after which the cult members covered her body with fresh blood. James, who witnessed the ritual, was unable to do anything because he could not enter the ritual site. Back in the present, James and Maria work together to search for Mary until they eventually encounter a group of horrifying creatures.
We've got to find her! Now!
In the end, James and Maria manage to escape using an elevator, but Maria is injured during the attack. James places Maria in a safe room temporarily while he continues searching for Mary. At their parting, Maria asks James to leave Silent Hill with her if he fails to find Mary at the hospital. While searching again, James unexpectedly encounters Laura. James asks where Mary is, but Laura refuses to answer and runs away once more. James chases Laura, hoping to finally find clarity. Laura then manages to trap James inside a room and locks him in. Not long after, James is attacked by a 4-armed creature. In this life-threatening situation, James realizes that the creature might actually be Mary. After that, James wakes up in a hospital under the supervision of M. While trying to calm him down, M reveals several facts, explaining that Mary actually passed away several months ago, and that James has been her patient for nearly a year due to a severe mental disorder. From this point on, it becomes clear that James's mission to search for Mary in Silent Hill is nothing more than a delusion, and every moment he experiences during his journey in Silent Hill exists solely within his own fractured mind. After that, the story shifts to moments of reality that reveal the reason James and Mary broke up. At that time, James discovered evidence that the blood used to cover Mary's body during the cult ritual was the blood of a murdered girl. James then condemned Mary for being involved in the cult, led by her father. Mary explained that she had been forced to participate in the rituals since she was a child and had no choice. She deliberately kept this secret because she was afraid James would leave her if he ever found out the truth. Furthermore, Mary revealed that she had actually planned to leave Silent Hill on the very day she first met James, but that plan was ruined because James damaged her suitcase. In the end, James broke up with Mary because he believed she was just as cruel as the members of the cult.
Pack your things. I want us out of here.
Why would your father do this to you? How long?
Since I was a girl.
I saw this girl. I saw them tear her apart.
I never had a choice. Say I'm disgusting, G. Say it! You promised me. That day, I was leaving, and then you showed up.
Back in the present, M examines James's condition once again and explains that his mental illness makes it difficult for him to distinguish between reality and delusion. James has become mentally unstable because he is unable to accept Mary's death. It is later revealed that Mary died not long after she and James separated. M emphasizes that the key to James's recovery is letting Mary go. However, James has always blamed himself for Mary's death, believing that her fate would have been different if he had not abandoned her.
How is he today?
Calm, I guess. That woman, Mary, she was everything to him. Mary died after their breakup.
How long have you been treating him?
Almost a year, but it's gotten worse. It's good to see you up, James.
I wish I hadn't let her down.
As James re-enters his delusional state, Maria, who is now able to walk again, is forced to follow him so she can stay by his side. Maria repeatedly urges James to leave Silent Hill with her, but James ignores her until Maria is eventually killed by the pyramid-shaped creature.
We can still go back.
And you're not real.
James then realizes that the pyramid-shaped creature is another version of himself. As he slips into another delusion, James encounters Laura, only to discover that Laura's doll is actually a living being, capable of producing sounds like a baby. Under pressure from Laura, James finally remembers that Mary's full name is Mary Angela Laura Crane. From this revelation, it becomes clear that Angela, Laura, and Maria are all manifestations of Mary, existing only within James's delusions and each representing different aspects of her personality. James then enters another illusion involving Angela, where it is revealed that Angela was frequently abused by her father, causing her mental condition to become unstable. James ultimately loses Angela after she is taken by mysterious hands. After these events, the story returns to James's reality. After their breakup, James had actually visited Mary while she was receiving treatment in Silent Hill. At that time, Mary's body was close to complete paralysis due to the poisoning she suffered. Mary admitted that her illness was a long-term effect of consuming drugs given by Joshua Crane, which were commonly used in the cult's rituals. Wanting to be free from her suffering, Mary begged James to kill her. With great reluctance, James fulfilled Mary's request for what he believed was her own good.
You came.
Of course.
My father poisoned me.
I never should have left.
Can you help me lie down?
Okay. Just tell me how I can help you.
I want to be free.
Returning once again to his delusional state, James imagines committing suicide after placing Mary's body beside him. However, this is not a real event, but merely a reflection of James's rapidly deteriorating mental condition. His guilt over abandoning Mary completely shatters his mind. James never truly ends his life. Instead, he becomes trapped in a fantasy world created by his own thoughts. After that, James relives the moment when he accidentally hits Mary's suitcase. But this time, he behaves differently, as if he wants to correct his past mistakes. This scene shows that James is still unable to accept Mary's death and chooses to live within his delusions to escape the harsh reality. In his mind, James imagines redeeming himself by taking Mary to another city so she will never return to Silent Hill and can be freed from her suffering. In reality, Mary has already passed away, while James remains under intensive treatment for his mental disorder. Every journey James experiences in Silent Hill is nothing more than a manifestation of his trauma, guilt, and unresolved regret. And the story ends with James still trapped inside his own delusions, unable to let go of Mary from his mind.